Spotlight family from Clutterfree Closets, Miss Cheron
Yeah, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Thank you.
Yes.
I like the title itself. That's
Yes.
you.
It says it all. in
Welcome to
itself.
Spotlight Over the City.
Thank you all.
Yes,
I
welcome
appreciate
aboard.
it.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you all?
We are
Great.
doing great. Let's
Wonderful.
talk about
Let's get
this.
into it.
Let's get right to it because you're doing some amazing things. Let's talk about your journey because we heard word on the street is this is not what you've always been doing, and you might have quit a job or something. Something I heard out there. Why don't you tell us the story?
Well, yes, I did recently resign from my full-time job to actually to declutter and organize full-time, to change
Yes.
lives, to get into it. I was compelled to do it.
So let's talk about the decluttering thing. So those who just watching and they're not really familiar with exactly it is that you're doing, let them know what that looks like when you say decluttering. So what do you do exactly? When we call you and we say, we need help, what you coming to do?
What I pretty much do is I go into homes, spaces, offices, garages, assess the space, have a conversation with the clients about what it is they need to do. I focus mainly on decluttering, which is letting go, explaining to them the benefit of not having so much stuff. And it's the importance of letting go of so much stuff that you do have.
So I want to know where it came from, though. Like, were you like this person growing up where you were always the person making sure everything was clutter free, or did you get this new thing when you became an adult and just became like this clutter free person? Because there are some people, like I have family members who've been that way all like kids. They always wanted everything in the right place and clutter free, free. Has that always been you?
It hasn't. I was actually a very messy kid. I had always had organizational skills, but I didn't really implement it until I became an adult. I actually started out with a cleaning business, which I was forced to clean so much as a child. So I started with that, and then it kind of transitioned into an organizing business.
Wow. Okay. I love it.
So when you get this one person, like some people love to hold on, right? They hate to let go. So almost piling up everything, 3 or 4 of the same thing. When you come into a person's space and you see this let go mentality, how do you break it to them that they actually have to let some of these things go? And then how do you make the decision on what will be let go? Because a lot of people think that everything they own in their closet is just A1 and super important.
Absolutely.
It's how the clutter got there from the beginning.
Absolutely. I think what I do is I pretty much think my approach is gentle. I first explain to them, like I said, the benefit of letting go. I ask questions, possibly like, how did they get there? How did you accumulate all of this? A lot of that comes from within. A lot of people have voids that need to be filled, so they're constantly purchasing and having that that when you purchase that temporary gratification, then it wears off, and then you're doing it again, and then it's like a constant,
Like a recycling type of
absolutely.
thing, yeah.
So it's pretty much getting into this, talking to them about their issues and what it is they're going through that has caused them to accumulate so much stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So have you gone into situations where you were like, oh, yeah, nah, I can't do this.
Like, this is not,
I can't
this is
do
above
this.
my
This
pay
is
grade.
above, yeah, I can't.
Have you seen one of those situations? I mean, not to speak on it directly, but have you ever been in that situation to where you're like, this is over my head. This
There's been a few.
This is a mess.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
few.
A few.
It's been a few, yeah.
So
you
what
turn-
do you
did
do?
you turn it away?
Yeah, so what do you do?
What did I do?
How do you handle that? Like, you get to the place because you haven't seen it yet. Someone calls on another person's behalf, and they said, I need you to come out here and assess this because it's kind of wild. And you say, okay, I got it. I can handle it. And you get there, and you jump out the car, and you pull up and go to the door, and you walk in, and boom, it hits you right there.
Well,
And then what do you tell them? I mean, they got stuff piled up. They walking on trash. They got clothes all over the sofas and the chairs.
Yeah.
And because I've been in people's home like that. And
I
so,
have
too. Yeah.
I've helped the person clean up their home like that because they were really smart. And so they had an issue with, it was a mental thing. And so they would put it right back. So what do you do to that person? Like, did you walk away? How did you assess it?
I never walk away, but
Okay.
What I try to do, well, first of all, I have to hire a team. That's first and foremost, because I can't do it all by myself.
Got you.
So what I typically do is, before any of that takes place, I'll complete an assessment.
Right.
Then that lets me know how to move forward. If I need to hire a team, if it's just a one-man thing, you know what I mean? So, and then
Right.
having a conversation with the client to inform them of, what exactly is going to take place during their session.
Wow. So you don't walk away, you don't turn it away. You just get your team together.
Absolutely.
Roll up your sleeves and
just-
get
yeah.
that together.
Absolutely.
So that just
yeah.
determines how big or small the team will be.
Absolutely.
Once you do the
yes.
assessment, and it's like, okay, then we're gonna need this or that or the third.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
Okay.
pretty dope.
So in a nutshell, clutter-free. I don't know why I keep saying clutter-free. That's a thing. Say it real fast.
Hey, clutter free.
Clutter-free.
Yeah,
Closet.
clutter free. Clutter free.
Clutter-free.
Clutter free.
Clutter-free.
You
You gonna get it.
clutter.
Clutter-free
Free.
closets. You go into anybody's closet. It doesn't have to be like these big, huge walk-in closets. It can be moderate closets that have clutter. Any size, any job is suitable, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and
Absolutely.
you're
Any space.
primarily in the DMV area,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Is there an area where you want to go to? Meaning, like, if someone says, "Well, I live in Richmond," is that too far?
I'm in Baltimore.
Right.
Nope, it's not too far. I actually travel.
Okay.
So I'm more than happy to travel across the
Right.
country.
Add on that expense for
Ab-
traveling and gas and all that
You
stuff.
know it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Of course, of course, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And so, how do people get your services? Like, what do they need to do?
Well, they can contact me. You can contact me on Instagram, Clutterfree Closets, also CheronMccrae.com. You can schedule a consultation right there. DM me. I'm pretty available. I can get back to you as soon as I can.
Okay.
And yeah.
Are these one-day jobs or it depends?
Yeah,
It
and
really
is it a fee
depends.
for the assessment?
Yes,
Like
there is
it's
a
fee for the
consultation
ass-
fee.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So they can find all this out when they look you up. They can
Absolutely.
get all
Yep.
this
When they go to the
information.
website, CheronMccrae.com.
CheronMccrae.com. And we
CheronMccrae.com.
actually have her website. I think they showed it during this interview, showing glimpses of the amazing things that you do. I've seen some of the pictures of your finished closets, and I'm very, very impressed.
Thank you.
Very impressed.
Thank you so much.
Very, very impressed.
You're
And I
next.
So
cannot wait.
we can't wait to get you over to the house because she's
Yes.
kind of kicked me out of all the closets. I think you already saw that. So
Yes.
I have stuff in the basement. I have stuff in another room. So I'm waiting to see because she said you said it wasn't that bad.
It's not that bad.
Wasn't that bad?
Wasn't that bad.
I was praying.
It was not that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, compared to some of the other places that you.
Compared to that, where I've been in closets for hours and hours.
See?
Wow. So what was
See?
one of the biggest jobs that you got to, and so I mean time wise, how did that look? Because I can't imagine being anywhere more than 3 or 4 hours at a time, restructuring and reorganizing. So time wise, what was one of the big jobs? Like what would be a big job?
This maybe 24 hours where it's pretty
What?
much in sessions.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it all
Right,
at one
right,
time,
right,
but we'll
right.
break it up and maybe to 2 or 3 sessions. It's been times I've gone back 4, 5, 6 times just to get it together.
Wow.
And
Wow.
per how many hours would you say per session? Like 2 or 3?
So again, it depends on the project. Sometimes it could be 4 to 5. I don't do anything, it up to 5 hours.
Okay.
Is
Right.
probably the least
Max.
amount of, the max,
Okay.
yeah.
So in about 3 or 4 days, less than a week, they'll have a great closet.
Oh yeah, they have a magnificent
Yay!
In a
closet.
week's time, they can turn their whole situation around.
Absolutely.
Yes.
What is the most important thing that you would tell people about changing the energy or the feng shui or however they say of their closet? Like, how does that benefit a person?
Gosh, it saves time. It saves money. You get to shop in your own closet. You get to actually
dope.
see everything that you have, which in turn saves money.
Yes.
Just feeling like you're walking into a store is how
Right.
you're supposed to feel when you walk into a closet. Being able to see everything that you own and get to pick out from right then and there.
I'm
It's a
so
dope
excited.
feeling too to
Yes.
be structured and organized. Okay, so you got 1 hour and you got a beautiful situation. You just finished your bomb job. They paid you well. 1 hour to get back home. You got one artist. You can't change once you put that artist in. Who you listening to? It could be a group. It could be a single solo artist, gospel, R&B, whoever. But who is it?
Oh my goodness.
You
that's
in a
such
good
tough
mood.
question.
Great
Great
mood.
mood.
Real
Gosh.
quick, we got to wrap. What you
Anything
got?
Anita Baker.
I know that's
man,
right.
The Songstress album, Songstress. You going to Songstress?
I'm going to Songstress.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Shout out to
love
Anita
it.
Baker. That's classic. I didn't think
love
you threw
it.
me off with that one. I didn't see
Yeah.
that one coming.
Yes.
So where can they make sure they can follow you? Make sure you give out all your information so we can wrap.
Sure, absolutely. Clutterfree Closets on Instagram. DM me anytime. And my website is Cheron Mccrae.
There you go. Look up.
It's
Let 'em see that face.
CheronMcCrae.com. CheronMcCrae.com.
On everything?
On everything.
IG?
Yes.
IG is Clutterfree Closets.
Clutter-free closets on IG. Make sure you guys locked in on IG. Clutter-free closets. Go follow. Make sure you
Yes.
locked
So
in.
excited about
Thank you
this.
for being
Y'all
a part
get your
of it.
closets
Thank you,
together.
Get your
guys.
closets together. Get your energy together. It's not just your closet though. It's a flow. So it helps you to think better. It helps you to get decluttered
Get a
inside,
feng
right? So what
shui.
you're looking at comes with inside. So it
And
helps
a
you out.
zen.
Get that zen. Yeah, that's
Yes,
what it is, right?
yes.
That zen. Create some
Yes.
zen. So we thank you for that. Thank you for being a part of
Thank you
Spotlight
all.
over the
You're a
City.
part of our family now. So
Yay.
yes, and I
Y'all
can't
give it up
wait.
one more time for our homegirl, Cheron Mccrae in the building.
Clutter-free closet.
Clutter-free
y'all.
closet. Can you
Woo!
get it one more
guys.
time? What is it, babe?
Clutter-free closet.
Hey! She did it. She did it.
We will be right
after
back
this
with our
commercial
next
break.
guest.
Spotlight over the city, baby.
Yes, clutter-free closet.